Good morning. Well, it's Tuesday morning and I feel shattered. I don't know if it's the excitement of the weekend has just caught up on me. Anyway, just cracking on with jobs. So I can get them skulls finished off, get them last 3 bleached up, get them first 2 washed off. I've got that leatherwork just to burnish the edges, wax it all up. That Spartan should be sorted this morning. I've got to put the studs, the other part of the press studs on as well. Put those on. I've got those 3 knives that I just need to shape the handles on. Seen an email out and I need to make a phone call. I also need to get my van booked in. There's a rattling, knocking-y type noise from the front right, which I think is either a shocker or bush has gone. Mando's charging about all over the place, aren't you, mate? So basically, yeah, just cracking on with those on and trying to be as productive as possible. I want to get some cerakoting done at the end of the week. So yeah, right, let's crack on. Right, starting off with burnishing this morning. So once again, got my trusty bit of water and all the edges. Just basically want to go around. Because I have burnished these already, but because I've sanded it here, I'm going to just burnish it again, so just dampen it off. Find the burnishing tool. Oops. And just basically work my way along. Because I've got 3 pieces of leather there, so that would be equivalent to, what, 4, 8, 12, anywhere between 9.5mm to 12mm. Got the wider edge on the burnishing tool and basically just, first of all, it's running down all the edges, so like the corner bits, then swapping over to the main body of the burnishing stick and just giving it a rub down, basically until it starts shining. You can see sometimes that the which bit is sort of slightly lower because it just takes a while, but putting a little bit of pressure on just basically levels everything off. Bottom I'll just do straight across. What I do find though is holding it up so high, get a bit of lactic acid in your arm, that's for definite. While they're doing that, because I can't view the table on the view the bench on the camera. So that bit's sorted, and there we go. Nice. Again, just go around the edges, flatten it all off. I'm happy with that. So that's all the edges burnished on that one. I just need to get one of my bolts so I can just make sure that that's in the right place and just trim it down. But I'll just work my way through, going through all the other burnishing. The Spartan one, that's all dried off. Got that square top, so that's all ready to get burnished off, and again waxing and the stud. So getting ever closer. There we go. Right, that's already got the hole punched through it, so I can start with that one. 2 bits there I need. Just thought of something. Right, so as you can see, it stands off slightly, so I have a cunning ploy to help it seat better. Now I can't get a big drill bit, so pop it down, and all I do, cup out it, oh, it's probably not anyway, is just gouge a bit out of it. Not too much because you don't want to make it too thin there, The reason it's got tape on it is because when you're twisting it, what I did notice when I was twisting it, I was actually ended up cutting my fingers because of the sharpness of the drill bit. There we go. So as you can just see there, it just fits a little bit more flush. So we'll get this stamped on. Right, got this little dish here. Place that on there. Put the stud onto it on the outside because it's domed, and it's a domed piece. There we go. Get the old big hammer. Just gently tap it in. Want to keep it sort of level. Tap it on. Job's a good one. Fold it over. Make sure it fits. Good. Right, now this is ready for Canova cream. I'll just go and sort out the studs on the other ones. Right, they're all sorted now, and get this open. Canova creams. What I've done is I've just trimmed down the edges as well. So they've got the stud on, and I've trimmed down the edges, and wraps around like so. Right, Canova cream everything up. Like I say, the bullet pouch is already done, just because it's that part of the process. Put these on. I think Canova cream's like a wax, so that's why when you brush it all up, it shines a bit. Right, nice coating. Only really need to do the outside. I do put a little bit of wax on the inside of the, Aussie conditioning wax, Fabian's Aussie conditioning wax on the inside of these, just because it'll soak in, so it won't interfere, it won't foul up the bolt at all. Right, I'll just put this in cabinet to dry off. And on to the next one. You'll notice that when the Canova cream does darken it off, but when it dries out a bit, it'll lighten back up again. So it's not like if you put in Neat's foot oil, that'll always darken leather off. This don't. There we go, that's them all creamed up. Just get them to dry off, and then I can give them a brush down, and then I'll wax them. So I'll put these to one side and I can start the next job. Right, I'll just rinse the heads off. Sorry about the noise in the background, but it's the washing machine. This is my washroom. So this is a little Monty dough. There we go. What do you reckon? Not bad. Nasal bits, they broke off. They're here. Just get them a rinse out. That's one piece. The other side. We'll just get these. Once these, I'm going to put them outside, and when they're dried, I'll glue them back in. Lower jaw. I did the lower jaw on this one. I'm not really bothered about keeping jaws that often. I know you should for maybe for reference later, but just because I'm passing this on to somebody else, I thought I'll do the full skull. There we go. Lower jaw on it, and I did notice, I didn't really, well, I didn't know, but just in the top jaw, some little tiny tusks that were just sticking out for the female. Obviously not the big fighting tusks of the male. So what I'm going to do is work out where these went back in. I think they went in like so. Anyway, I'll work it out, and those will get put back in the skull. Right, now for the roebuck. This is the one where I ended up losing half its face. Again, this one's going to the same person. It's only like a little 4. are my other 3 heads. Quite dark, that one. Right. Proc side, so it's the creamy one again. Put that into my cup. Put these outside for the moment. Right, put this over here. Got me next skull. Proc side's in the cup. Just work it all in. Seems to have a nasal piece left. I wonder which one that come off. Now that's all out of the way, I'm going to get started back on these handles. I just need to sort of like knock all the edges off now, and then I can round it off and start doing the sculpting on the top and bottom. So I'll do that with them. I will sand down the top bits by hand, top bits, but around the edges, just to smooth it all off, and I know that it's sort of like nicely or sort of like a similar sort of shape. Then I'll put the sculpting in. So I'll just get set up and I'll crack on with these ones. Well, the battery went flat, but I've got those handles ready now for just putting the sculpting all the way down the edges. I've got them all marked up, so I'll be doing those after been out for my run and had a spot of dinner. Right, they're all shaped, sculpted, and now sandblasted. You can just see there's a little bit of sort of grain raising up on the handle within the G10. That one, as I said before, the black is actually rubber, so it gives an additional grip that way. So that's Sure Touch G10. So I'll give them a bit of a wipe over with a cleaning cloth. We've got. Gives a bit more of a true colour. So you see where the dust is on it. There we go. Yeah. There we go. And the green with the orange liners. I like that actually. I'm going to leave those for the time being before I Kydex them all up. I just want to get these sorted. So the Knoba cream's all on. I can now give them a brush down, and it just gets that, shines them up a little bit. Right, they're all polished up. Now it's a case of giving them a good coating of wax. So this is the, I'm sure I've done it before, Fabian's Aussie conditioning wax. It's what I use to coat up knife sheaths and everything. I even use it in my boots and what have you. So put a nice coating on. I can also, with the just go along the inside. Now I'm going to be putting these again in warming cabinet, so all the wax will soak into the leather, and there'll not be any basically to foul up a bolt once it's put into the holster. Is it a bolt holster or is it a bolt sheath? I've always called them a bolt holster. You can notice it'll darken it off a little bit, but even that, once it starts soaking in, it'll lighten back up again. Close up like so. That's that one done. I'll stick this in the warming cabinet and I'll crack on with the others and I can show you in a bit. Right, Leatherwork's in there. I've had to go and pick daughter up after we'd almost forgotten. So I'm just going to sort out the bits of Kydex, and then I'm going to do these tomorrow. So I've had enough for tonight. Right, just need that. Clamp. I have got some bright orange, but I'm not going to use it for this projects or either of these. I'm just going to make them all black. So it's black sheath for the two captures. So orange and black, they're just going to have black sheaths. But I am going to use the neon green for the green one-jack capture. I'll just cut this off. So this is 2mm Kydex that I'm using. Right, so that's all those bits I've got ready. Put them to one side for the moment, and then I've got to tape these up. So I'm going to just shift this camera around. Have I got that? That's it, right. Yeah, so basically I've got to tape up the blade, tape up the handle, put a spacer in, so I use a piece of leather in that location, tape it on, and I also put a nail that I've got a flattened edge on along the side of the blade to help produce a drain hole. So I'm going to just stick my headphones back on and I'll put some rubbish YouTube music on. Right, that's them all wrapped up, ready to get Kydex, or wrapped in the Kydex. I'm going to leave them till tomorrow, sort all those out. I do need to sort out a bit more webbing. I've only got, basically what I use with the webbing is I've got two pieces of 1mm webbing folded over, stitched together and making obviously a 2mm piece. But I have to stitch it myself because I haven't found anything that's basically a 2mm thickness webbing. Probably ought to have a look around, see if I can find some stuff, but I've got plenty of that for the time being to work with. So I need to get that stitched up tomorrow as well. But I'll probably leave them till tomorrow. There's nothing else I'm going to do tonight. I've had enough. I'm going in. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. As usual, I'll see you later.